So, Domination, Nuketown 2025 world premiere right here, following IGN livestream.
Let's see. I mean, I guess, you know, as we watch this, like, what was important to you when you guys were coming to Black Ops 1 and 2 to retain in Nuketown? Like, to make it Nuketown?
Yeah, I mean, this is, you can thank the fans for this one. I mean, it was, you know, you cannot run from success, I guess. This map is just so popular, and I think it was a really cool way to do a pre-order bonus. You know, kind of go back and revisit Nuketown one more time just for fun. I think it just really took us off guard how popular this map would be. I mean, it was just insanely popular, and why not? Here, you know, so you know, this will play like the Nuketown you know and love. It'll and it's a great way to kind of mix things up if you want some chaos. Very good kills from IGN livestream right here.
Yeah, I mean,
so using a SMR with.
So this is a semi-automatic rifle. Like this is
switching between full auto and burst fire with that select fire attachment, which I think is a really interesting tactic on this map.
Yeah, this gun I've never used that way. I always use this gun similar to the way that I would use a FAL in the old one. You know, really, because the damage on this,
better, but he's still.
He only got one.
IGN livestream needs to get a little closer before he hits that burst, I think. It's just almost dirty.
That's just getting them out.
Yeah.
Pushing them. Yeah, I can see that there's been a little bit of an aesthetic change to this. Oh, like that.
Yeah, the car under the garage, right. So the art, in fact, actually has completely been revamped and reimagined. So, you know, but we wanted to retain the basic layout of Nuketown and, you know, keep that kind of fast, furious action, that high scoring modes. You can see that right there. That's a good call. We'll probably pick up 3 or 4
my gosh!
right here.
Oh, nicely done.
That's
4.
That's a 4-piece Hellstorm missile right there. Very well done.
One thing I've noticed is, like, you know, if you watch his score go up right there, he's only getting 25 per kill.
Yeah,
points. So it's not like he's going to use something like that and then all of a sudden just get a massive score streak.
That's really, we were talking about that earlier and how important it was to use score because I have that granularity. So although he 4-piece with the Hellstorm missile right there, it was effectively the equivalent of 1 normal kill, right? So while score streaks count towards score streaks, as you saw, because we're using score, they're not counting massively, they count appropriately based on how much score we're injecting into the system with the kills from them.
So, you know, sorry. So, you know, in the campaign, I know that you know, it jumps between times and you'll see some of the old guns. But in multiplayer, it's all future tech. Yeah,
it's all 2025 in multiplayer. You know, there's a little more creative liberty in zombies with the range of guns that you're using as well.
Oh man, nice again.
Yeah, that's a very crazy.
I think you've slowly coached him a little bit.
See, trust Vaughn. I can help you.
Yeah, I've played against you. I'll say that that's true. Playing against you is
You're overly generous, but thank you. I
don't know that I had fun playing against you because it was such a sweep.
So this is the true story about the game right now. This is about the last couple days of my life where I'll be good at my own game. Fairly soon, when the game makes it into the public, I probably will have to close up my profile, not go public, because the real fans are about to get their hands on this game here in a couple days, and it's over for me. I will stop being good.
I mean, for you, is that kind of it's got to be rewarding in its own way, right? To see people that can achieve things on maps that you didn't even know that were quite possible.
It's simultaneously thrilling and depressing. You know, we joke about it all the time that our fun is about to end. Our day of being the king of our game is about over.
Man, there's a lot of people throwing up the Guardians.
Yeah, it's a great way to. Yeah, it's a good thing to do. Actually,
you do not want to come out here if you're that other team.
Well, I'm telling you, you're one or 2 EMP grenades away from dealing with that. So this is the thing, right? Players, don't be selfish. Players, make a class with EMPs. You will actually be able to deal with that thing in a very clever way. That was a trophy system, by the way, that he was just walked past there. So it's something that what you see from the game is players need to be able to use Pick-10 to build their classes so they have something on standby so they can deal with the changing threat of the battle and the environment. So you don't need all 5 of your classes. If you prestige, you can actually unlock up to 5 more slots. Use one of those slots, create yourself an anti-air class, create yourself an anti-talon, I'm sorry, AGR class. You know, use the pick 10 to equip up in great ways. And this team got rolled because they were not prepared to deal with that threat. You should expect to run into this kind of Sentry Gun.
They just had a wall here of turrets and every other defensible item.
I don't know, man. They were 1 EMP away from just basically annoying the hell out of that team, and they didn't take it.
That LMG we see there, that's kind of like the SAW equivalent, right?
There's all sorts of great firepower there. It's the kind of the one you'd expect for, like, you know, to have. Oh, flip back to.
Let's see.
So you know, we're playing some round-based domination right here, and I think this is kind of a change. You know, domination's always been a 10-minute game, one round.
Nice. That was awesome. That is my favorite hunter-killer kills.
And for those of you at home wondering how you're going to deal with the hunter-killer, flak jacket. There's a counter. There's a counter for everything in this game. The second you find yourself freaking out about something, look for its counter. Now that's going to be a pretty good burst.
Remember, if you want to send us your questions, at IGN with the hashtag BlackOps2, all right in your face. Just like Hunger X321 did, he said, how's the spawning system in the game? Is it built to make the game faster paced or more conservative? I'm not exactly sure what he means by that, but I have to imagine that spawning is something you guys agonize over, you know, like crazy, and how to handle that.
Yeah, in fact, a designer on my team, his name's Matt, he actually has spent the majority of this project. One of his tasks has been to constantly tune and fine-tune the spawning system. So at a very macro level, spawning works like such. We're trying to find a spawn that is not so far away from the action that you feel like you have to run forever to get back into the fight, but isn't so close that you feel like you're in immediate harm's way. So whenever you spawn in the game, we actually log that. And we log what we call, it's called a bad spawn. This is a dev term, and it means that I took or received damage within 3 seconds of spawning. So what we're trying to do is eliminate occurrences where you would have a so-called bad spawn. Now, it's actually a very difficult thing to do in very small maps like this. There's only so much space in the map.
Sure.
12 players, you know, you run out of spawns really fast and good places to spawn. But we go to a lot of trouble to make sure that the spawning works in a way where you feel protected but not so far removed from the action. And right now we have a less than 2% bad spawn rate. We're measuring all the time. We're fine-tuning what we call a spawn radius. A spawn radius is basically how far away an influencer is that makes a spawn bad or not. That's a lot of dev mumbo jumbo. We're working our asses off to make spawning good.
You'd be surprised about the dev mumbo jumbo, how much the hardcore fans love to hear that, because they're thinking about that stuff too. You know?
Yeah, I wish I could show you how that all works. You know, we'd have to do a lot of.
I guess the thing is, the short story of it is there's a lot of math that goes on that people don't.
Yeah, look, it's something that we take super seriously. We know that there's something that the fans are really passionate about. I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. And we've invested pretty heavily to make sure of this scenario. Yeah, see, there's no lunge, kid. You got to get good.
This shotgun, though, is particularly brutal at how fast, how the shotgun he was using.
Yeah, he's flipping guns all the time right here, IGN livestream. Oh, here we go with the ballistic knives. Let's see what he's got.
I think he's, okay,
there
stab one.
Oh, stab two.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's, no.
He went conservative on that. He made the right call. I would have stabbed those. You get killed if you shoot and you miss because you're just really determined to get a ballistic knife kill.
I really love that animation. Phil and his animation
Flak
team.
Jacket totally saved that guy.
Yeah, for sure. Really cool animation, and he flips the knives up in his hands like that. Phil and the animators, the weapon animators, did a really fantastic job making these things have some personality. This is just like Nuketown is basically a big pile of bodies, really.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the thing, is it's one of the most insane maps. It's actually surprised me when I found out that like this is the one that fans overwhelmingly demanded. I mean, granted, I feel like the art style of it has always been like made it super stand out because it's like one of the only maps with that very distinct kind of cheesy 50s aesthetic to it. But
I don't, like I said, there's some things I don't get. You know, I enjoy some Nuketown from time to time myself. I think You know, I would say, Anthony, it's like it's almost like we can't make the game fast enough. You know?
Yeah.
It's just it's really fun stuff.
You know, I know that question was really technical, but Hunter X321, you're getting a PS3 copy of the game. Because I like to hear the tech side of it. You know, I think that the people sometimes don't necessarily they don't necessarily appreciate how much effort and care goes into you guys agonizing over how to, like, even the smallest changes, how that's going to have like a cascade effect.
You can say that about everything in the game. I mean, the spawning's just one example. There's a lot of agony involved everywhere. This is a studio really passionate discourse, so the conversation about what to do and how to go about it and whether it's the right decision, you know, if you could be on a fly on a wall, you'd be surprised how much you know, you guys think you argue over this stuff. We're arguing about it as well.
So if you guys want to hit us up, at IGN, for those who are just joining us on Twitter with the hashtag Black Ops 2.